if there is one strategy that will grow your firm faster, it is combining the power of online marketing with in-person networking. I have tons of videos of exactly how to grow your firm online. So in today's video, I want to talk about exactly how to approach networking events so that you can increase your impact, influence, and income. If we have yet to meet before, my name is Katie Thomas. I'm a CPA, and for over 8 years now, I run a digital marketing agency that works with accounting firms all over the US. We work with firms who are just getting started, maybe have 1 or 2 partners, all the way up to firms in the top 100. So we see a lot, we see what works, what doesn't. And I'm telling you that this combination of creating a brand online with also showing up to these networking events, there is no better winning combination. And like I said, I have tons of videos on exactly how to grow online. So let's now talk about what you should be doing at these in-person networking events so that you can maximize your time there and maximize the overall outcome. Now, we don't want to just show up and wing it. There actually is a winning formula. So that's what today's video is going to be about. And with that, let's go ahead and jump right into step 1, covering exactly what to do before the event. Step 1 is going to be to figure out who you want to meet up with. So you can often see exactly who the vendors are going to the event. Sometimes you can get an attendee list. Sometimes you might need to do some searching on LinkedIn. A lot of events, they have a hashtag that people are using to post that they're going. You can create a post on your side that you're going. You can ask people who you know that are common speakers if they're going. There's a lot of ways to figure out who is going. And that might even be you posting that you're going and asking, hey, let me know if you're also going to be there. So if you know no one, doesn't matter. Actually, I would argue that in a lot of ways that's better, which we'll talk about whenever we get to future steps of what to do, but create a list and prepare. Okay, who do you want to meet up with? Who do you want to casually meet up with? Just say hi versus who do you want to sit down and get a coffee with or maybe have a drink with or even go to a meal with? Let's get really organized. Let's create a spreadsheet of who these people are, exactly what type of meeting we want with them, because that changes essentially how we want to prioritize people. And then let's start reaching out to people. A lot of times you can find them on LinkedIn. If you have their email, awesome. If you have their phone number, awesome. But you don't need any of that. Reach out, let them know you'll be there, and ask if they're willing to meet. As part of that, I like to track who I've reached out to, who's actually replied, so I know who do I need to follow up with. And depending on what they say, I can start organizing my schedule and make sure as part of this conversation with them, if someone agrees to meet, or even if it's just a simple hello, let's go ahead and get their phone numbers so that we can text them as it gets closer to be like, hey, does this still work for you? Hey, are we still going to coffee? Hey, will you be in the vendor hall expo at X time? We want to get that plan together and then we want to confirm that plan later. This is one of the most important steps in order to actually getting prepared for the event, is not just walking in being like, well, let's see who I meet today. Let's just run into some people and see what conversations happen. No, you want to be prepared, have a plan, and go into it. So again, you can get the most out of this event. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Katie, you said that there's this winning combination between on and offline events. Why is this so important? Well, let's talk about that in step 2. So step 2 is whenever we are actually at the event. And at the event, I want you to, 1, go and actually meet these people that you said that you wanted to meet. And when they meet you, there's something powerful that happens. Either they already know you from seeing you online, so they are somewhat familiar with you already, which that is extremely powerful. Or after they meet you, and we'll talk about this in step 3, we're going to connect with them. And whenever they see that, okay, they're the same person that I met in person as they are online, and they're already respected online, that credibility now that you have with them, it goes so much beyond, hey, I just met them once at an event. So we got to the event, we know who we're meeting, we're going to follow up with them. And then I want you to also use this extra time that you have at these events to go out and meet new people, network with new people. If you're going to an event and you already know some people there, I encourage you to branch out. So if you're going with a colleague that you know really well, you've likely had lunch with them before. We don't need to go and have lunch with them. Use this time to ask someone else to go to lunch if you don't already have a lunch planned with someone you wanted to meet up with. Go out and go into these expo halls and go up to people, introduce yourself, have conversations. And as part of this, let's have some conversation starters in our back pocket. Let's ask them, hey, have you been to this conference before? Hey, what sessions do you recommend going to? Hey, where are you coming in from? Have some just really easy conversation starters to pull out of your back pocket anytime you want to talk to someone new. And along those lines, when it comes to actually exchanging contact information, I really recommend that before you give someone your business card, you want to give them your online digital contact. There are a ton of apps out there that allow you to essentially share a business card. I love just sharing an Apple contact. And the reason for this is if I send you my contact card over text message, I now am in control of reaching you. I don't have to hope that you did not lose my business card, right? I know that I have your contact information. So I can send you mine and say, hey, let's touch base after the event. Well, if you don't touch base with me, I can now easily touch base with you. So highly recommend before you give a business card, give a digital business card first. While you're at these conferences, I want you to think about how you dress. And when I say how you dress, think about wearing something where people can easily identify you. So for example, maybe I wear a striped shirt or I wear a colored blazer, something where I can be like, hey, whenever you find me at this restaurant, I'm sitting at the table over here and I'm in a striped shirt or I'm in a red blazer. This not only helps people identify you that are looking for you, but also remember you. Over 5 years ago now, I went to this conference and there was this guy named Dan. He wore a Hawaiian shirt every single day. I still remember him. And during that conference, sometimes I would forget his name because it was a smaller conference and we'd run into people, but he was the Hawaiian shirt guy. And after I left that event, I got an email a couple years later. This had been at least 3 years after the event. And I was like, who's this email from Dan? And I forgot for a second. And then I looked him up and I was like, the Hawaiian shirt guy. So because he wore Hawaiian shirts, I was like, oh, I immediately remember him. Now, if someone else emailed me years after I went to a conference and I'd only seen him at that conference, I don't think I would remember them the same way at all. But because he was the Hawaiian shirt guy, I was like, I know who you are. So you want to wear something that allows people to remember you. Don't wear something that makes you uncomfortable, of course, but wear something that allows people to remember you and just easily identify you. Another thing to keep in mind at these conferences is I'm not here to play your mom or anything, but you're only there for a short amount of time. And I've had a lot of conversations with people who are like, I'm introverted. I need to recharge. I need to do these things. And I get it. I totally get it. You want to make decisions that, of course, allow you to perform the best and to have great conversations with people and keep your energy up. But also, it's a short period of time and you don't know where that next conversation will lead to. So if someone wants to go grab some drinks after dinner, now, how many drinks you want to have or any drinks you want to have, that's totally up to you. Don't have any. But consider if going for 30 minutes to have an extra conversation with people, what that could mean long term. Whether that person becomes a client, a mentor, some sort of friendship down the road that can help you during a time where you need some advice. You just never know where conversations or relationships will go to. So I just want to encourage you to walk in with an open mind. And if you find yourself wanting to, I encourage you not to just spend time in your hotel room. You're here for a reason. Okay, so we prepared for the event. We went to the event. It was great. Now let's talk about what to do after the event, because this is just as important as the first two steps. All right, we've left the event. We've gone home. Now step 3 is actually follow up. I want you to follow up with the people you talked to, whether this meant there was a clear next action step for you to take and to talk about and to discuss, or it was like, hey, that was a really good conversation. I want to stay in touch. Let's follow up and let's show that we remembered our conversation. Whether that is you sharing a tool that you talked about that you've now demoed, you send a helpful article, something that shows that you remembered the conversation. I also want you to go and follow them on social media and engage with them. If they post stuff, let's leave a comment on it. Let's periodically check in with them. Next time we're going to a similar conference or maybe the same conference or event, let's ask if they're going. Stay in touch. That's the key there. Stay in touch. Show that you're a human. And this is where social media also will help you. If you're posting and continuing to show up on there, you're continuing to get in front of them, even if you aren't directly sending them an email or sending them a direct message. You're still staying in front of them. And if you do all 3 of these things, I promise that you will never go to a networking event again where you don't walk out and say, hey, that gave me a huge positive ROI. Whether you landed a client, multiple clients, a new mentor, a new friendship, the ROI that comes out of actually going to in-person events is absolutely huge, but it does require you to be intentional with your time before the event, during the event, and then after the event. That's the key. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like this video. Let me know in the comments where you are headed to next. What event or networking event are you headed to, or would you like to head to? Leave it in the comments. And before you click off, please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my next video, and I will catch you then.